Good afternoon. I wish I could be with you in person, and I'm very grateful that you're there to discuss the critical role each of you can play in solving some of our most pressing global issues. This work has never been more important, even though the current condition of the economy makes it exceedingly difficult. The fact that 60 CEOs took the time to be here at a time of such economic uncertainty is a testament to the commitment of the private sector to tackling issues like poverty, climate change, inequality in education, and disease. Despite these challenges and many others, we still have a great opportunity to reinvent how business is done and to prove to the global community you can do well by doing good. I don't believe my foundation could have accomplished nearly as much as we have in the past 8 years without the ongoing consistent involvement of many corporations in many ways. For example, our HIV/AIDS initiative has helped about 1.4 million people around the world access the most affordable, high-quality HIV/AIDS drugs. We do this with a variety of partners, but one thing we did was to work with the manufacturers of the AIDS medicines to help them shift their business model from a low-volume, high-margin, uncertain payment system to a low-margin, high-volume, absolutely certain payment system with a guaranteed delivery that's efficient. We're doing similar work to reconfigure the markets for fertilizer for farmers in Africa and for energy efficiency technologies in many of the largest cities in the world to show that tackling climate change is just as good for business as it is for the future of our children and grandchildren. Last week, here in the U.S., the Alliance for a Healthier Generation, a partnership between my foundation and the American Heart Association to inspire kids to combat childhood obesity, announced a new joint effort with health insurers to provide improved benefits to prevent and treat obesity-related ailments. Some major players in the healthcare industry have signed on, including Aetna and the Blue Cross companies, because they understand that they play an important role in fighting one of our nation's biggest healthcare threats, and also because it will save them money in the long run. For the same reason, some major corporations have already agreed to offer these preventive benefits to the children of their employees, including Pepsi-Cola, Owens Corning, Paychex, and the Houston Independent School Districts. These are just a few examples of things that I work in. You know the best way your particular company can make a difference based on your capacity and your concerns. And that brings me to the last of my endeavors, the Clinton Global Initiative. Many of you in the room have participated already. Since we launched CGI just a few years ago, our members have made more than 1,300 commitments that have impacted already 200 million lives in more than 150 countries. Our members include hundreds of CEOs in the private sectors, as well as nearly 100 heads of state, and many non-governmental organizations, philanthropists, and Nobel laureates from all regions of the world. All we ask our members to do is to do something to address an issue of their own choosing, in giving time, skills, money, or other resources. This year, we'll have our 5th anniversary meeting in New York on September 23rd to 25th to coincide with the opening of the United Nations. I hope each of you are able to participate as we reimagine the landscape for corporate philanthropy. This year, we're going to put a special emphasis on how the business community, through its investment strategies, can actually increase profits while alleviating these problems. After all, if the world's poor and dispossessed and uneducated and ill can be made healthy and educated and strong and able to support themselves, they'll be our customers tomorrow. In this interdependent world, none of us can solve any of these major challenges alone. Market economies can't solve all the problems, and governments can't either. We just have to work together. And in the 21st century, civil society, those of us that try to fill in the blanks between government and the economy, even in the midst of all the economic constraints, are very important. Your position as leaders show that you have the expertise, the organizational skills, the money, the geographic reach, and the compulsion to keep score. All important qualities in demonstrating how investments in our communities are essential and fundamental to the success of both businesses and societies. If we work together, we can do even more. And in this tough time, it's even more important to do whatever we can. Thank you very much. I hope to see you in September.